What is your weird quirk? I worry so much about being weird that I've been told I'm aggressively normal. I am an albino black man. No matter how hard I try, I cannot remember names. Don't take it as an insult if I forget yours. I literally forgot my middle name for a year until I looked at my passport and was surprised. I don't do it very often anymore, but sometimes after a rainy day, I pick up snails I find on the road and carry them to safety. Is this weird? Edit. As I was walking along and reading and responding to these wonderful comments with my brother, I almost stepped on a snail. Luckily, I managed to stop in time and we carried it to safety. Guys, don't text and walk. It might be a trivial matter to you, but for snails, it's a matter of life and death. Secondhand embarrassment produces an actual physical cringe for me. I have a hard time even watching movies with awkward situations. It's like reverse ASMR for me, where seeing embarrassment or awkwardness actually makes my neck tingle, but in the most unpleasant way. I like to put smooth rocks into my mouth. I'm very jumpy and when I get startled when something suddenly touches me, I yell ow. I don't know why because it's not like it hurts. I like to have 2 beverages with my meals, one of them has to be water. So it'll be coffee and a water, soda and a water, etc. It's just how I like it and I have no idea why, but my meal doesn't feel complete otherwise. Edit. Well, I'll tell ya, I've been told I'm weird for this just as long as I've been doing it, so it's nice to know I'm definitely not all that weird. It just makes sense to me to do it like this, so hey, thanks everyone. I have so many ways to word one sentence that I scramble over my words. And the fact I start crying when I'm super mad or stressed. My internal monologue is entirely second person because when it's in the first person my brain screams at me. I feel exposed if my legs and arms aren't covered and I'm not wearing a hat. Yawns are especially contagious to me. Typing this out made me yawn, people yawning in comics make me yawn, advertisements about sleepiness on trains make me yawn, the word yawn makes me yawn. I yawned 3 times in total typing this out. I will sometimes get an itch on my scalp which hits a nerve when I scratch, forcing me to do a fast like tremor of my head. My eyes close and I make a crazy face. It's like I have a mini seizure. Dunno why, I've just always done. I talk to myself out loud when I'm alone. Not like have conversations with myself, but say I'm looking in the fridge, I'll say, damn it, I'm out of milk. I should have bought some yesterday while I was out instead of saying nothing like a normal person. I do this a lot. Might be because I'm alone a lot and I find the noise comforting? Not sure. Also, I pick up and play with insects when I find them. I have a lot, but the weirdest is that I can make my fingers seize to the point that they're basically vibrating. I have to scrunch them up like I'm holding onto an invisible object and then tense them in a specific way. I don't know how to explain it. When I was a kid, I would do it whenever I got really excited. Even now, when I get a burst of happiness or excitement, I have to do something with my hands. Making my fingers seize takes a lot of energy, so my body's natural reaction was to put all my energy in my hands. If enough people were interested, I would take a video and upload it, but most people get wigged out when I do it for them. It's a little freaky, but I've been told it would work well in a horror movie. I sort by new on Reddit. I will randomly start fighting the baddies when I'm alone. Just throwing out punches and kicks left and right, defending my honor. All for one. I discovered a while ago that I sneeze in G number. Was tuning a guitar at the time and sneezed. I can make my ears rumble and click. You know how when pressure increases you need to unplug your ears? It doesn't affect me at all. Edit. This is the ability to control your tensor tympani muscle. Someone has put a link to a subreddit down below. I can stop my hiccups on command. My sneeze attacks are usually 10 to 20 in a row. For some reason people get weirdly upset by it. I have a bad habit of collecting bottle caps on my desk. Ever since I did an art project involving them, I just keep them there. They keep piling up and I clear them off every week. Whenever someone asks how are you, I give it some thought and answer truthfully before asking them the same. I hate myself more than anyone else can. I can lick my own elbow and I love bragging about it. I'm an adult and it's nothing to brag about. Thinking of or even watching anyone eat apples with their skins gives me the chills. I like to fit myself under the kitchen sink, where the water leaks from my rusted pipes. Every time the water drips down into the bucket I keep there, I practice imitating the droplets by flicking my cheeks in such a way. I'm so good at it now that I don't know where my water drops begin and the pipes end. Sometimes, I can flick my cheeks so fast it sounds like a soothing water fountain. I like to make random noises, mostly honking and whatnot. I can remember random semi-useful facts for months after hearing them, even subconsciously. Those that I want to remember stick with me for years and decades. If I really enjoy the food I'm eating, I'll slightly shake my fork spoon up and down between bites. It kinda pisses my wife off for some reason, but I'm not mad. I'm able to successfully compliment her cooking even when it sucks. My accent fluctuates a lot depending on who I'm talking to and my mood. I come from a culturally diverse background, so I guess I've managed to adopt various accents in some way. I'll be mid-sentence and go from speaking in a normal North American accent to full-on foreign accent, and I have no idea why. I don't actively do it, but I'll catch it happening. It also changes depending on who I'm talking to, but I feel like that's more normal. But I'm not entirely reflecting the accent, it'll just switch. It's really weird. I'm Oaxaca. Per my wife. Just put, too many to narrow down. I wouldn't say you have quirks so much as you are a quirk. I keep bite of things, am not always aware of it, but it bite face cloths and shirts mostly and just walk around, don't know why. Don't know if it's my personal quirk or anyone can do it, but because of my introversy I can blur my vision, like from 99% to 30%. Also I can yawn without opening the mouth. I can't read the description of someone winking in a book without winking myself. I can taste sounds. I have synesthesia, which basically is your senses getting confused overlapping. Listening to the radio in the car or my sister's Spotify is always interesting. Old Town Road tastes like salted caramel. Cool tastes like overripe kiwi. High Hopes tastes like white Gatorade mixed with fake strawberry flavoring. Bad Guy is dark chocolate and dried cranberry. Everything I hear has a flavor. I can make explosions through my hand sweat. I can crack my ankles very, very loudly. I sneeze when my eyes are exposed to bright object, especially sun. Though it's just for several times, it happened every day at the first exposure to sunlight or bright lamp. I have two. Whenever I meet a dog, I try to join my forehead with theirs to see if I can feel their third eye. I can remember a ton of dates like birthdays and small big events. I'm also really good with names, but it kinda freaks people out sometimes. I have full body twitches. They get worse in the cold, pretty sure it's some kinda tic that has to do with my ADHD or SMTH7B. I can't stand being told what to do. I'm not like other girls, I'm obsessed with Disney, I live at Starbucks lol, my favorite color is green not pink, and I'm the only girl you'll ever meet who hates makeup lol. I'm too quirky for this world. Edit. This is a joke, please don't kill me. I have light muscle spasms when I pee, my upper body and neck jerk randomly. I'm really good at saying words backwards, here's a word in German it's called. DONAUDAMPFSCHIFFAHRTSGESCLLSCHAFT and I can say that backwards from the tip of my tongue. Most of the time I just do it in my head and say stuff quietly to myself, but when someone asks me to do it to show a new person they often just flip. They try giving me new ones I haven't heard, but for the really long ones I only need like 15 seconds or less to figure it out and pronounce it correctly. Ever since I was a kid I have what I called a soft bite. I would find the best looking part of my food and set it aside and eat that last, so the last thing I eat is the best thing. I meow back at my cats. But that's not weird. I sing to my dog a lot. Sometimes just his name to the tune of a children's song or pop song or whatever. Sometimes stories about how dumb or handsome he is and that time he got chased by a cat. Thing is, it has sort of passed over into my daily life, and that might become a problem. Like the other day I passed a coworker named Anna in the hall, and I caught myself singing her name under my breath to the tune of Poker Face. I really hope she didn't hear me. I can independently cross my eyes. I was born with a lazy eye, and it naturally crosses in when I'm not wearing contacts, and I've learned to control the muscle. Think Jonathan Lauren from Waterboy.